This is the caster that I have found in my room, and because of the leaf is too heavy, so you can see that the leaf is fall to one side. Now I'm using AutoCad to create a plant holder to hold it up like this. Okay, I am using AutoCAD to create this tree support structure. You can see this support structure is made up by many bars and the column, and each bars and column is the same. And I show you how you can create this column or bar. And now I'm showing in the southwest isometric view. I'm using the dist command to measure the distance of this bar so that you can see what is the dimension of the bar. The total length of the bar is 170 millimeter, and the size is formed by a square 10 millimeter by 10 millimeter. From one end, I go down to 9.5 millimeters and cut a hole of 11 millimeter with the depth of 5.5 millimeter. The same cutting is applied to the other end, and on the front parts, I cut a hole from 24.5 millimeter with a hole of 11 millimeters with the depth of 5.5 millimeters. Another hole happen in the next section. Measures 9 millimeters more and cut a hole of 11 millimeter and also 5.5 millimeter depth. So it is all you need to create the horizontal and the vertical bar, because this structure is created with the same bars everywhere. Here I show you the whole structures again. I change it to the shades and edge view so you can see the structure is fixed against each other horizontally or vertically. I may need 20 bar to create this structure. Okay, after I've created this structure, I want to save this bar in a STL format so that the 3D printer can print it out. So in the AutoCAD, I have saved the AutoCAD. Besides that, go to export and export to other formats. In here, the format should be STL format. Most of the 3D printer can recognize this format and print it out. Name is tree support.stl and then save. After I have saved this structure in the STL format, I can go to the STL software. I'm using the Repetize software to create 4 bar each time, and this may need 3 to 4 hours to print out 4 bar. If I want to print this structure, I may need 20 bars to do this. Let's see how we can print in the 3D printer. Okay, when you have finished create the STL files, you can right-click the files and go to Open with Slicer. I'm using the Repetize Whole Slicer. After you have opened the file, you can see one of the structure bar is here. I click the Add button to add one more STL file. You can see 2 of it. We do it 2 more times so we can have 4 of it. After you have created 4 of it, you can click the Slicer button and click the slide with the Cooler engine. Because there's many engines for creating the 3D model, Cooler engines is one of the engine. So I click here, create the file. After you have created the 3D part structure, you can click Save for SD print, and then it will save into the GCO format, which most of the 3D printer can recognize it. So I select one of the folder, this folder called tree support.gco, and I click Save to save the file. Okay, now you can take this GCO file to the 3D printer and print it out. We can see how we print it out later. I'm printing the skeleton of a supporter to support the plants. I'll show you how to use this skeleton later. The model has been printed up to 57%. This is how the model looks like at this moment. Okay, let's go to 99% and then 100% now. And you can see the model is taking shape, and the printer head is go to the home position. Okay, now you can see I have printed 4 structural bar, and then if I want to assemble it, I take the structural bars like this. It's facing this way, and then I take another bar to fix it in. And then you can see it's very loosening, right? Because I try to use this structure again, so I make it most loosely. I'm using a rubber band to fix it together. That's one corner, and also fix the other corner as well. And then this one is going this way. Okay, and the rubber band. I can also use the screw to screw this stick together if it's the final structure and I never remove again, but I want to remove it when I move to another house, right? So I use a rubber band rather than a screw to screw it up. Okay, it's very fixed. Okay, I need to print 4 more columns, and I will print the 4 column bar tomorrow because today I'm very tired, so I want to print it tomorrow. Very nice, right? Okay, a structure like this. It's nice structure. I'm very satisfied with it. Now we got another 4 column here and tie it up with a rubber band. Bingo, we got a structure like this. We use this skeleton to support the plants. Now you can see the plants. We want the leaf to be going up like this. So I make this one open end. Put it inside the plant. One more bar. Use the rubber bands to tie it up. Use another rubber band to tie this thing up as well. So you pull it up, and then you use another column. Use the rubber band to bang it. Hold it up like this. The column go down into the soil. You also tie this column as well. The last 2 columns. The last one here. It's also going this way. Bingo, you have 4 columns, and this is a homemade structure to hold the plant up. And also you can also build another levels of this structure as well. But from here I just build this one levels of structure. Okay, that's it for today. Hope to see you again.